Will is fun-loving. He's strong and he's a fighter. Just the things that he endured through the NICU really made him a very strong kid and strong-willed. And sometimes it drives us crazy with how strong-willed he is. And we wish sometimes that he would lose some of that, but it's who he is and what's made him who he is today. My pregnancy up until about the 29th, until this started, was very normal. Around 29 weeks, I started getting a lot of stomach pain. I was admitted to the hospital and discovered that I had developed the HELLP syndrome, which my liver count was very high and my white blood count was very low. And the only way for me to survive and not get rid of the HELLP syndrome is to deliver the baby.
They told me, when we got this news, obviously it was shocking. Doctor said it's going to be life-changing. He's going to be 10 weeks early. There'll be challenges, bumps along the way. He'll probably make it. Our concern is your wife. So we went down to Marshfield and we got there, and I remember her asking the new doctor in Marshfield, am I really going to have this baby in the next couple days? And he said, you're going to have this baby in the next 20 minutes. We got to go.
He was 2 pounds, 10 ounces when he was born, 15 inches long.
This is the smallest Pampers that they literally make, and they had to roll it up 3 times up top for him to fit.
Will's diagnosis was that he just needed time to grow. The lungs are the last thing to develop in babies, so he wasn't breathing on his own, he wasn't feeding on his own. Those were things that he would have to learn before he was discharged from the NICU.
About 6 weeks in, they noticed stuff was going wrong. They have these spells, and the spells are just lower heart rate, which can make them stop breathing. About 6 weeks in, we noticed the severity of them went, because they kind of had a 3 being the worst, 0 being the easiest to get going. They all turned to like +3s, so they were like having to put oxygen on them and doing more than they ever had to do before, and the quantity was kind of the same, and it should have been decreasing in everything, and they just were going the opposite way.
They ran a lot of tests, and it was kind of the nurses who realized, like, we're starting to see a pattern, like after we feed him and then we lay him back down is when he's having these +3 episodes, is when they seem to notice that they would happen the most.
It ended up being severe acid reflux, so we had to prop him up after we eat, and then that, evidently that helped it all out.
I think that we are most grateful for the wonderful staff that supported us through the NICU and the Ronald McDonald House and everything they were able to provide for us to stay there and be with Will while he was there.
I think the average stay in the NICU is something like 5 days, which is hard to imagine because we did 98, but they really became like part of your family.
And I think the doctors and nurses that are there are really there to help teach you too and help you with this child that you know nothing about, like how to care for them, what's wrong, how to help them. And the nurses really care, and they work long hours, and doctors are great. They come through and give you rounds, and they give you updates, but the nurses are the ones that are there all the time, and they're there to cry with, like when things are not going well. They're just really comforting to be there, and they've been through this. They know how to teach you to get through it, and tricks to help you live your life with them. I think his future is very bright. I think he is going to be a normal, fun-loving kid. He starts 4K next year, and I think he's going to do very well with that.
He's really smart. He's strong physically and strong-willed, and name fits him. I think he'll do good in anything that he really puts his mind to, because he just does it until he gets his way, is the way it's now going now anyway.